I lost the challenge, and the dare was to text my ex, "I miss you." He answered in seconds, "Didn't you swear we'd never speak again? So now you miss me? Regrets? Cat got your tongue? What do you even mean? Say the word if you want to get back together." It's not like I'd say no. Hello? I never replied to a single one. That night the Oscar-winning went live and cried. Yes, she reeled me in, then ghosted me. Netizens, bro, are you a hopeless romantic or what? Before we go on, subscribe and tell us where you're watching from. 1. I'm a hot rising in Hollywood, and on the reality show I lost a game and had to text my ex, "I miss you." The second I heard the dare, I turned to stone. Thinking about that particular ex. So proud, and after I dumped him he still came knocking. He'd mock me to death. I tried to wiggle out, "I don't have an ex." The host flashed a wicked grin and rolled my old interview clip. In it I cheerfully admitted I'd had a first love, but we'd split. He teased, "No fibbing, okay?" With the evidence on the big screen, I was toast. Under every camera I pulled out my phone and let them screen mirror it. I'd never saved a contact name, but mutual friends on set spotted the unmistakable profile pic and screen name instantly. It was Jace, the Oscar-winning A-lister. Rising gasped, He's your ex?" I gave an awkward laugh. Can't blame them for the shock. Jace has been the poster boy for restraint these past few years. Even on set he keeps an arm's-length courtesy with every woman. No girlfriend, barely any female friends. While everyone feasted on the gossip, I forced myself to type, "I miss you." I was about to tell the host mission accomplished when the replies exploded in. "Didn't you swear we'd never speak again? So now you miss me? Regrets? Cat got your tongue? What do you even mean? Say the word if you want to get back together. It's not like I'd say no. Hello?" He typed faster than light. Before I could blink, the whole screen was his. The crew stood frozen. Other guests had pulled this dare before. Most never even got a reply. I thought I'd be one of them. But Jace answered instantly, and kept going. 2. I slammed the phone shut in panic. Everyone else was still starstruck. Oh my god, was he just waiting? That was lightning fast. Those who realized it was Jace were even more shook. Wait, he actually talks like that to you? Dude, is he crazy about you or what? My scalp prickled. No, we haven't spoken in ages. Because Jace had delivered the longest reply chain in dare history, the screen recording hit the internet within minutes. Cut with the other cast's shocked faces, it blew up. Suddenly, who was Liana's ex, was the only thing netizens cared about. After taping wrapped, I crept off and checked my phone. While I'd stayed silent, Jace had unloaded another avalanche. "What are you even doing? Playing Ice Queen so I'll crawl first? Not happening. You're the one who drew the line back then. But if you insist, I'll give you one shot. Sweet talk me right now and I'll agree to get back together. Don't wanna? Just send a 1. You can't do absolutely nothing. I surrender. And at the end, baby, let's get back together, okay? I miss you so much." My heart jackhammered. Online debates about my mysterious ex were trending. Jace must have figured out it was only a game dare. After all those texts, he probably wants to curl up and die. The more I imagined it, the more terrified I got. I couldn't answer. Moments later my manager rang. "Liana, your hopeless romantic ex is Jace?" I mumbled, embarrassed. It's that obvious?" She barked, "Obvious? You're on 5 trending charts already." I blinked. What? 3. I opened the trending chart. Every line screamed, Hashtag Jace got played. Hashtag Jace hopeless romantic. Hashtag Jace breakdown. Hashtag Liana Jace. I tapped in and learned that minutes after my text, Jace had gone live. He opened with, "Am I some kind of nuisance?" Baffled netizens replied, "No way, Jace is amazing." For a second he looked comforted, then tears spilled. Then why did she just ignore me? Viewers pressed for the story. Between sobs he explained, "There's this person who vowed we'd grow old without ever speaking. Then out of nowhere she says she misses me. I only wanted to know if she meant it. But when I answered, she vanished. Yes, she baited me, then, nothing." His eyes reddened until he finally buried his face and cried off camera. Netizens, stunned, quickly stitched the clues together. The chat he described matched my dare texts perfectly, the timestamps lined up. The tag hashtag Jace hopeless romantic rocketed up the chart. "Bro, you're legit a hopeless romantic." "I can't." She tossed a pebble and you unloaded the whole clip. "He's definitely the type to think she targeted him because she likes him, lol. Imagine when he finds out it was just a dare. The second meltdown will be epic." Topic after topic exploded. I stared at my phone, brain fried, when a new iMessage arrived, from Jace. He asked, "You were only playing a game? You never actually missed me?" 4. My mind went white. Sure, it had been just a game, but saying I'd never once thought about him since the breakup? Not quite true. Remembering the flood of texts he'd sent, I steeled myself and typed, "No, I did think of you during the game." The second I hit send it sounded off. Not the sentiment I'd meant at all. Before I could dissect it, Jace detonated again. "Oh, finally gracing me with a reply? What's that supposed to mean? So you only remember me when you're playing? You think I've been pining for you?" Laughable. "I don't care. I just didn't want you whining when I ignored you. Don't flatter yourself, your tears aren't my problem. I'd do the same for anyone, it's not about you. Truth is, I haven't missed you either, clear?" I read his rapid-fire lines and pictured the cold smirk on his face. Yet which sentence was the real one? I couldn't tell, and I didn't have the guts to keep digging. I typed softly, "Okay. Sorry for bothering you." The moment I sent it, the typing indicator cut off. It blinked back after a long pause. Whatever Jace was typing, he kept deleting. Typing flickered on and off for half an hour, then finally delivered 3 words. "You win." I hesitated forever, but didn't answer back. After all, it had only been a game. 5. I'd barely exhaled when my manager called again. My manager informed me that I was about to be on the same livestream dating reality show as Jace. To ride the wave of buzz, it would start airing next week. I was baffled. Why? He wasn't even on the original guest list. She exhaled. After the hashtag blew up 2 days ago, the showrunner scrambled to invite him, and Jace said yes, just like that. I gasped. "Does he know I'm on it?" Without hesitating she answered, "Of course. He even told the producer, no Liana, no show. So, pack your bags and report to the set." For a second I froze. What on earth did Jace mean by that? Calling me out by name? Surely he isn't plotting some on-camera revenge? But the penalty fee was staring me in the face, so I swallowed hard and signed in. Day 1 of filming. Jace arrived earliest. He picked a corner seat, leaned back like Quinn, propped an elbow, and looked as if he were waiting for someone. 2 or 3 guests tried to sit beside him. He politely waved them off. "Sorry, this seat's taken." I, of course, dragged my feet and showed up last. By then the only empty spot was the one next to Jace. I was about to haul over another chair when the showrunner called cheerfully, "Liana, that seat's specially saved for you, go on." I blinked. Instinctively I glanced at Jace. He only let out a cold snort. "Who said I saved it?" "I just don't like people next to me." I scratched my head. "Then I'll go grab." When he saw me reaching for a chair he cut in, flustered, "Why bother? Everyone's waiting." I gave a small O and eased down beside him. His spine stayed ruler straight, eyes nailed forward, afraid a single stray ray of attention might touch me. Seeing him like that, I instantly believed he hadn't saved the seat at all. The live comments, though, were dying of laughter. "Jace, you're killing me." Before she showed up your neck was giraffe level stretched. The second she arrives you switch to dignified gentleman mode. How did I never notice this guy could fake it so hard? Refused everyone just to keep the spot, yet still has to act tsundere. He only stayed tough for 2 seconds. The moment Lily reached for a chair, Mr. Sterling uncrossed his legs in panic. Lol. She just didn't answer his text that night and the boy cried a river. If she doesn't sit next to him now, prepare for Jace tears live. 6. After quick hellos the showrunner cut straight to round 1 pairing. Each guy would snap a photo of any body part, girls would pick the pic they liked and pair with its owner. The men were hustled into private cubicles to shoot, the women would choose in an order set by real-time viewer count. Comments screamed, "Liana, pick Jace hard." That shoved me to first pick. 5 photos flashed on the giant screen. A hand, an eye, a collarbone, even an selfie. Netizens freaked. Which peacock is fanning his tail? Am I allowed to see this for free? His waistband is so low the edge disappears. Dude's trying so hard to get chosen. And these were taken 5 minutes ago. Imagining him yanking clothes off in that cubicle has me rolling. My gaze snagged on the torso shot. Clear outlines, tight power, exactly the type you'd kill to pillow your head on. How amazing would that feel? I studied it carefully. Slightly right of center on Jace's abs there's a red beauty mark, but this stomach was spotless. So the smoking hot body did not belong to Jace. I tapped the photo without hesitation. The curtain drew back, revealing Jace's face. The showrunner beamed. "Congratulations, Liana and Jace are matched." I blinked. How? Jace didn't bat an eye, expression saying told ya. Why not? I racked my brains. "But, you have a mole under your abs." He smiled thinly. "The rules didn't ban Photoshop." Me, When I looked ready to choke, he added another cool snort. Knew you were into that type. Netizens. So the guy not only stripped and posed, he spent the gaps photoshopping. Getting him to post a selfie normally is like pulling teeth, yet for Liana he drops an obs selfie. I'm emotional. My focus is, Lily knows about the mole, meaning they've, you know, right? OMG, upstairs, you just spoke the truth. I'm feral. Someone make them kiss right now. Are we strangers? I demand it. 7. After all pairs locked in, the showrunner explained round 1 dates. To push couples to interact, each duo would open its own livestream suite. Overnight room and board would rank via viewer count. Even shoved inside our suite, I was still stunned. Jace, photoshopping? The guy who wouldn't slap a filter on a photo if his life depended on it. I turned and poked him. Why did you photoshop it? He'd been fiddling with the camera. My question snapped his spine straight. Slowly he looked over. To improve my competitiveness. Problem? Plausible. Still I pressed, about that mole. He cut me off mid-sentence. Deleted it by accident. So? Don't tell me you think I erased it on purpose so you wouldn't recognize me? Pfft, as if. I don't care who you pick, okay? Total accident, pure coincidence. Still, your taste is solid. My shot was obviously the best. I felt black lines crawl over my face. When would he drop the habit of vomiting a whole speech for nothing? I only wanted to say the mole was cute and didn't need deleting. Netizens were howling. Damn, he's rattling like a machine gun. Poor Lily. Don't believe him. The behind-the-scenes feed shows everybody else just posing, while Jace begged staff to teach him Photoshop, jabbing the screen. Erase this mole, hurry. We all know it was intentional, but he still claims oops, lol. Only Liana humors him, she'll buy any line, but his tsundere panic is adorable. Darting eyes, sneaking peeks, my phantom limbs are tingling. Lily, just take him back. 8. Technically we should be on our date. Instead we sat there, staring at each other for 5 straight minutes. Our chat was surreal. Did you eat? Yeah. What? Tomato noodle soup. Oh, tasty? Even the showrunner had enough. He burst in, do something or your viewer count will finish dead last. I considered giving up. What happens if we're last? He glared and flashed a picture of a wooden bench. You sleep on this. I gulped at the naked plank, horrified, and quickly elbowed Jace. Let's date, now. He blinked. His ears flushed pink in seconds. What are you talking about? I never really wanted to date you in the first place, so don't get the wrong idea. I stared at him, puzzled. Suddenly realizing something, he cleared his throat twice. Oh, right, you're the one who asked me out? But since I'm so generous, and you begged me, I suppose I can reluctantly agree. I couldn't be bothered with his muttering. I leaned into the camera and peeked at the feed. The live comments were scrolling like crazy. God damn it, are you two finally done with the small talk? I've wasted 10 minutes for no reason. My data isn't free. The guy next door already stripped to show his workout gains, yet you two coast on my love, so half-assed. One normal interaction and Jace becomes ultra cute, but forget it, I'm done. Liana, can you see us? Tell us why you broke up, please. Plus 1111. Repay me for the data I burned on your chit-chat, sis, notice me. Reading the increasingly frantic netizens, I felt a pang of guilt. We really had shortchanged the audience just now, but their request left me torn. I can see you, but the breakup reason, that's private, okay? Jace frowned and leaned in too. When he caught the flood of pleas, he let out a cold snicker. What? Brave enough to do it, too scared to talk about it? 9. I pressed my temples. Technically, I was the one who ended it. Still, explaining the breakup to the entire country felt like a privacy invasion. Watching Jace pout, I threw caution to the wind and mirrored his icy smile. Fine, I'll tell. Almost imperceptibly, Jace shrank his neck. He shot out a hand to stop me. Hey, forget it. If you don't want to say, then don't, no big deal. Netizens? My popcorn hadn't even heated up before the drama died, lol. Jace can read the room, senses Liana's mood and folds instantly, dying here. Don't fold, Jace. You were taunting her 2 seconds ago. Give the guy a break, he's not two-faced, just a classic whipped coward. But I need the tea, sis please. I shot Jace a glare, then spotted the newest comment. You guys want some real talk? Sure. The viewer count started climbing before my eyes. I was stunned. Humans are born gossips, huh? I started screenshotting. I'd answer the first question I captured. Liana, was Jace your only boyfriend? I froze and glanced at Jace. Well, no, actually. I decided to be honest. After we broke up, I had an online fling for a while. I'd never told anyone that. Admitting you dated someone you never met feels weird. The moment I said it, Jace's expression shifted. Suddenly he got busy, rearranging the potted plant, nudging the mic. Ears on high alert, eyes anywhere but on me. I eyed him, confused. The comments kept going. Online fling? Spill the details. I thought back. There isn't much to tell. It lasted 2 months and ended. Netizens pressed for the reason. Jace, apparently calm, angled his ear my way. I rubbed my forehead. He was too good to me, did everything I asked. I figured it was a scam. Netizens praised. Sis's anti-fraud radar is a ++. Jace frowned. Impossible. Who scams people by sending money? I bristled. Who wires cash to someone they just met? Could be like those brushing scams. Jace grew more aggrieved. He never asked you for anything, though. Why block him outright? I opened my mouth, then paused. I leaned back, eyes narrowing at Jace. Wait, how did you know he sent me money? 10. Jace blinked rapidly. His gaze darted around. Hands and feet suddenly needed jobs. Face crimson, he finally squeezed out, Isn't that obvious? I studied him in silence, recalling how eerily similar my cyber boyfriend's voice was to his. Do you even believe yourself? The netizens were dying. So the guy she dated online was him, right? Ha, holy crap. We asked for tea and got the whole melon. The man is whipped. After getting dumped he creates a fake account to date her, sobbing. Exactly, he Venmo'd her so hard she thought it was a scam. Jace, I thought you were a normal lovesick fool. Turns out you're the CEO of Hopeless Romantics. I stared at Jace for a full 130 seconds. Under my gaze his blush crawled down to his collarbone, yet he kept his scarlet neck stubbornly straight. What? You think I'll confess just because you're staring? I'm telling you, nope, never happened. It wasn't me, absolutely not. You dumped me, why would I come running to date you? Do I look that pathetic? I'm no simp, sending you cash. Ugh, I give up. The more he ranted, the more flustered he got. The more I wanted to laugh. Back then, Mr. Online claimed he'd added the wrong number, called it fate, and begged me not to delete him. I logged into my gaming avatar, and he invited me to squad up. Seeing his ace rank, I accepted on the spot. Whenever I was knocked, he'd swoop down in a glider like a god, rumbling in baritone. Hide tight, I'm here. Pure witchcraft. He'd hose the entire squad, stylish as hell. With him around I could window shop the whole map, dance in open fields if I wanted. If I dropped, he'd pick me up. Plus, his voice sounded just like Jace's. I couldn't help falling for it. 2 months in, he gave me everything I asked for, and kept sending random Venmo transfers. When I mentioned it to my bestie, she said, "Wake up, that's a classic romance scam." Panicked, I blocked him that very day. Never imagined, it was Jace himself. 11. I teased, you like me that much? You even rolled an alt account to cyber seduce me. Flustered, he flailed. It wasn't me, swear. Don't twist it, I was just making conversation. Sending money in an online fling is normal, I guessed, that's all. Watching his frantic defense, I found him adorable, and decided to toy with him a bit more. I sat up straight, shrugging. All right, if you say it wasn't you, then it wasn't. He blinked, stunned. Huh? Seeing I looked serious, he exhaled, but couldn't help fishing. Okay, so, what did you think of him? I wrinkled my nose. A con man, why bother? Instantly he bristled. Con man? Come on. Halfway through, he caught himself and clamped his mouth, sulking. Whatever. Not like it matters, wasn't me. I nearly burst holding in my laughter. The comments were exploding. He thinks he's still undercover? LOL, I'm deceased. Adorable Lil Jace. Wants to defend himself but can't admit it, my heart. Just confess, you dummy. Didn't you see the stars shooting out of Liana's eyes? He's probably scared that if he admits it, she'll roast him for life. Ha 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 ha. The sky could fall and Jace's mouth would still hold it up. I want to see how long he can keep the tough guy act. 12. Once I linked Jace to the online crush I'd always dismissed as a romance scam. He suddenly looked adorable from every angle. I used to think he was just venom-tongued. Turns out the poison was pure lip service, total tsundere. Thanks to that little sideshow, our livestream suites viewer count exploded. Besides our loyal show watchers, a swarm of late-coming rubberneckers poured in. When the showrunner read the heat rankings, he was beaming. Liana and Lil Jace, stellar job. You've shattered our stream record. The rest of the cast clapped. Jace, wary, tugged my sleeve. Viewership's that high? Did I explain myself clearly? Netizens won't misread it, right? He asked in a breathy whisper, terrified of being overheard. I snorted a laugh. Has anyone ever told you you're cute? He blinked. 2 seconds later he was back to Iceman mode. Humph. One random compliment and you think I'll be thrilled? Not in the least. I glanced at him, smiling but silent. Live comments. We didn't know before, but now we all know one casual cute from Liana lights you up. Ha ha ha. Dude, the corners of your mouth are harder to pin down than an AK. After the heat rankings came the showrunner's big question, whom we each wanted for tomorrow's date. Because Jace and I topped the couple chart, we had first dibs on picking each other. If we both said yes, we could date again tomorrow. The mic reached Jace, chin lifted, majestic. Why ask me? I'm easy, whatever, I'm chill. Dylan passed the mic to me. I thought, then smiled. I think, let's pass. Jace's head snapped around, eyes wide with disbelief. 1,000 emotions, 1,000 unasked questions swirled in them, but he said nothing. I explained gently, I feel Mr. Sterling isn't really into me, so I don't want to waste his time. Another shock flashed in his eyes. He blurted, who says? What makes you feel that? You. Realizing everyone was staring, he lifted a shoulder, faux cool, oh whatever. If you don't pick me, you don't pick me. Think I care? 13. I double-checked with Jace. He swore he absolutely did not care. At dinner, I slid an olive branch toward another guy. Meals were allotted by stream heat. Jace and I scored a banquet. Next door, little singer Zane got pickles and white porridge. I can't watch a hot guy suffer, so I waved him over to share. The kid beamed. Jace frowned. That feast is ours. How can you feed some random dude? I batted my lashes. You're free to invite any girl you like. After all, you so don't care. I stretched the last 3 sing-song syllables. Live comments. Anyone else? My abs laughed into existence. Thank you, pretty sheep. Bro Sterling trips over a hole in the road, looks down and realizes he dug it himself. Jace, out of ammo, attacked his rice, cheeks puffed like a blowfish. Watching me laugh with Zane, he finally slapped the table and told everyone to join us. Seeing all the tables shoved together, the showrunner simply moved the scheduled truth or shot dinner to the same banquet. Draw a question card, answer honestly, take a shot. Mine read, which opposite sex guest do you like most? I smiled at Zane. He's cute. Laughter all round. Only Jace sawed his steak with a nails on chalkboard screech, head down, mute. Soon Jace drew. Do you care what your ex thinks of you? He snorted, tossed back a shot, don't care. Said it already, zero interest. A few people smirked. Round after round, every card seemed to land in Jace's lap. At first he stayed tough, but the deeper the questions, and the more alcohol, the softer he got. What compliment from a woman do I love? I love when she calls me cute. My heart somersaults. Ever seen a deer slam into a tree? Then she spins around and calls someone else cute. Do I still love that word? Of course, she hasn't praised me in forever. Head swiveled toward me. I'd called Zane cute half an hour earlier. I raised my glass of water for tactical sipping. Zane nudged me. Sis, aren't you gonna comfort him? Pretty sure he's shattering. Live comments. Dead. Kids whispering to Liana, sit down, bro, or old Sterling's gonna implode. Ha 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 shattering. Jace, did you forget your Ice King brand? What ice? One more shot and he'll hug her knees bawling like a K-drama lead. 14. 50-odd rounds later Jace was wrecked. Clutching card after card, eyes scarlet. Do I care about my ex's opinion? I care like crazy. I want to chase her down and ask 300 times, am I the jealous type? You tell me, I'm basically brining myself into sauerkraut. Hottest guest here? Who else? Liana. I'm into her, I like her, I love her. Wah. All that lip service was fake. I'm fragile as glass, tap me and I crack. Our habits don't mesh, but I can change. Baby, come back, I miss you. I'll never wear your slippers to take out trash again, never smother you with morning kisses, never ignore you at night. Bawling, he drove the show's viewer count through the roof. The showrunner beamed, never calling cut. The cast feasted on the drama, but when he started on nighttime stuff, I saw the danger and clamped a hand over his mouth. Alright, Mr. Sterling's toasted, let's wrap. The juiciest half-sentence died smothered against my palm. Viewers still caught the gist. Netizens hoisted placards. Free speech on reality TV. Liana, no gag orders. I'm 80, stayed up for raw reality, only to get censored, my cataracts weep. Liana, if I were your shoelace I'd knot myself so you couldn't run over and muzzle my boy. Upstairs, dying. He didn't say it, but haven't you read FanFIC? Ice King ignores baby's safe word, burns the funeral pyre of regret, 10k words, go write it. Suddenly get why Liana clammed up about the breakup. Yeah, some stories aren't dinner table safe, lol. 15. I kept my hand glued to Jace's mouth even after stopping the game, scared he'd drop another bombshell. Zane volunteered to walk him to his room. The half-unconscious Jace shot him a murderous glare. Then, boneless, he leaned against me. I don't want him to walk me. Baby, you take me. Me. Under the spotlight, 5'6" me hauled 6'1" Jace back to his room. Exploitation. Naked exploitation, Jace muttered the whole way. The instant he hit the mattress he was out. Must have been really wasted. Once I'd tucked him in, I checked in with the showrunner, then went to bed myself. Wild, way too wild. Today had more drama than the rest of my life combined. Still, not bad. Not only did I finally get how Jace felt, I also discovered who that romance scam creep really was. I decided I'd talk things through with Jace once he woke up, but early next morning, he locked himself in his room and refused to come out. From the crew I learned that at 6 a.m. he'd posted on Twitter himself, at Jace, booze screws everything up. Quitting the industry as of today. Don't miss me. The staff had apparently been pleading with him for an hour. He kept saying he was too humiliated to stay in Hollywood and insisted he'd slip away the second every camera was off. I scrolled the trending chart. Every clip was of him drunk sobbing last night. Luckily, even tears looked elegant on that face. More broken beauty than trainwreck. Those glistening eyes alone could shatter hearts. Only the actual words he'd said had definitely scattered his idol image across the floor. At the showrunner's begging, I knocked on Jace's door. From inside came a hopeless voice. I'm not coming out, I told you. Turn the cameras off, I'll call a car. I almost laughed. I cleared my throat instead. Jace, I need to tell you something. His tone flipped instantly. Liana? 16. He cracked the door just wide enough for me to slide in. Inside, his eyelids were so puffy they looked surgically altered, and his hair was a disaster. Yeah, I wouldn't want to leave either. Noticing my shock, he pressed his lips together. You think I look pathetic, right? Here to laugh at me? I'd planned to tease him, but the tears pooling again made me step closer and pat his cheek. What? Laugh at you? You cried so prettily the netizens are calling you the fragile beauty. He turned away. But it's humiliating. I moved right into his line of sight. Humiliating how? He blinked at my suddenly close face. I spilled every secret. I squeezed his arm. You only told the truth, how is that humiliating? He frowned, thinking hard, and finally concluded, but, you don't love me. I blinked. Who says? You did. When did I say that? You dumped me and said you didn't miss me. I take it back. Take what back? I take back the breakup. Taking it back doesn't. Mid-sentence he froze, pupils widening as he stared at me. What did you say you're taking back? I repeated, I take back the breakup. He scratched his head. What does that mean, take back a breakup? I rose on my toes and pecked the corner of his mouth. It means let's get back together. 17. Faster than you could blink, the human disaster in front of me rebooted in Technicolor. You mean it? You're the one asking to get back together? This isn't a game? You're serious? You actually like me? You're not ashamed of me? This isn't some production task, right? You can't prank me. You're not doing this because you pity me? He rattled off possibilities I'd never even imagined. When I swore I still loved him, he finally believed it. At the end he kept repeating, you can't change your mind. I surrendered. That's the 5th time. Why does the guy turn into a chatterbox the second love is on the table? 2 hours later, I marched a fully styled Jace in front of the cameras, and the whole crew erupted. The showrunner clutched his chest. My ratings threatened to quit. Do you know how terrified I was? Jace gave a small smile. Sorry, someone teased, thought you were leaving Hollywood? He yanked me against him, chin high. They're paying me to date, why would I quit? Everyone looked at me. I hid my face. Can you not spout nonsense? He was dead serious. This is a dating show, so it's not nonsense. Me, netizens. Wasn't that the guy who swore he'd never show his face again? Let the man have this. Apparently Liana took him back. Look how happy he is, for all puffed up. Since it's paid to date, we want a kiss right now. 18. Because Jace and I were official again, filming went ridiculously smoothly. All the little gimmicks meant to spark chemistry turned into cute couple moments in Jace's mouth. I found it amusing and let him run with it. That night, before heading to our rooms, he caught my hand, reluctant to let go. "You're going back now?" I nodded. "Bedtime." He rocked my arm. "Are you sleepy?" I considered. "A bit." He dropped his eyes. "Okay," reading his mind, I offered, "Fancy a walk?" His face lit up instantly. "Yeah." We covered every corner of the set and finally sat on the lakeside swing. I pulled out my phone and unblocked my long-forgotten online fling. Jace froze, suddenly bashful. "What are you doing?" I grinned. Honestly, this lone wolf was the perfect cyber boyfriend. Jace's ears went scarlet. I scrolled through our chat history. Funny, flirty, great at emotional support. Always ready to game. Plus, you Venmo transferred almost 800 grand, didn't you? He rubbed the tip of his nose. "Why bring this up?" I pinched his ear, laughing. "Creating an alt account to date me, only you," he pouted. "What else could I do?" "You were so brutal when we split, that was the worst cursing I've ever gotten." I tilted my head. "Shouldn't you hate me, then?" He looked utterly wronged. "But I still missed you like crazy. You scolded me so hard I didn't dare approach you, so I made a side account. Then you blocked me and I figured you'd found out. Turns out you just thought I was so perfect I had to be a romance scammer." Watching his growing sulk, I hurried to smooth his fur. "Which proves, you're really, really amazing." He turned to me. "Out of 100 points, what score would you give me?" I thought about it. Lone wolf gets 100. As for you, you'll need to behave a little better. Instead of sulking again, he pressed his lips, thought seriously, and said, "Okay." I blinked, my heart melting at how earnest he looked. I was joking. "Actually, you're also 100, so I'm perfect?" "Of course, you're super great." 10 minutes later, my lips hurt. I touched them. Yep, broken skin. Damn, never giving him full marks again. The end. Thanks for listening to today's story. If you liked the video, please like and share it with friends. We look forward to your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more great stories. See you next time.